Morning, everybody. April 3rd. Well, we made it through the night. We had a warning for, large hail and all that stuff coming through. Luckily for us, it went behind us towards Kansas more and up towards Illinois. But yeah, we're battening down the hatches, getting everything ready. Here, let me show you what we came up against. Well, here comes the hail. Part two. You hear it pinging against the window in the back. Yeah. It's not golf ball size, and it's small. It's about the size of say a marble, or a small marble. Okay, I think I'm gonna have some cookies and milk. I'll look for a pachinko ball game. We'll see what happens here. Yep, a little nerve-wracking, Like I said in the video, I can handle the rain and stuff like that. Even the hail that we got last night was nothing, but they were talking about tennis ball, baseball, even softball size hail. I haven't heard any reports yet if that's happened, in the other states or even Oklahoma that's west from here, because they got hit pretty good going up from Oklahoma City northbound. So we'll see what happens with the reports. There was a few tornado touchdowns in Oklahoma. We had a few warnings, so we're on edge, staying up until like 1 o'clock and stuff like that. A little tired. But other than that, hey, my wife asked for some rain for the garden, and she got it. Our pond got flooded out. The chicken area got flooded. Everywhere it's flooded, the water just came down. So, well, anyways, got through it. We're doing good. I didn't see any damage anywhere, everything looked good. So let's get to with, Let's get to with what I'm gonna do today. First things first, my lovely little doggies. I like chewing up the carpet padding. And I get that cleaned up. Hold on a second here. I'm gonna plug this thing in. There we go. It's a cord that keeps tapping. And this is an actual battery charger here. So when I get low, I just push it. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get all this cleaned up. The walls are dry enough for me now to where I can get in here and get all this cleaned up, take the plastic down, stuff like that. And go ahead now and get all this area here cleaned up. Start from the top, work my way down, get everything off the floor, off the tub. Then I'll put some more plastic up here. I end up finding that there's a bubble right there, and I didn't know that. So I didn't see that until after. Otherwise, I would have patched it too. I didn't notice it. Didn't notice it until I was pulling the tape. It was like, and I heard this. What the heck was that? Oh, there's a bubble up there. Okay, right now I'm going to make some noise with the vacuum and pick up my dog's mess over here. All these carpet pad chunks. Harley was afraid of the vacuum. Now we can't get him away from it. He loves it, huh? Not you, Harley. You like the vacuum, baby? Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Well, Kim takes care of that. I'm going to go ahead and start getting the tape back up on the wall so I can start painting that. Tape up here. All that takes time, so I'll see you soon. Okey-doke. Well, got the tape up. Looks like you're going to be able to see my straw technique here on making your own little knockdown texture. I had an issue, still do. I'm going to take it out some more. There was a scrape line right here, as you can very well see. And because I have to take it out, I'm also flattening out the knockdown. So let me show you how I do it. Hopefully it turns out. Now I have to put the phone down and I get ready to do the straw thing. Right now, I'm gonna feather this out. Otherwise, if I paint that, you'll definitely see it. Basically what I do is I just dip it, and whatever gets inside there, and stay back about 10 inches. Some of you guys are going, that's nuts, man. But some of you guys are going, hey, not a bad idea. It's just a small little patch. Like spitting a spit wad. It takes a little time. Now, unfortunately, you have to make it watery enough where it does want to run if you get too much in one spot. But when it gets to that drying stage where you can knock it down, you'll never know. Because I can always swipe up, swipe left, swipe right, swipe down. That's the way I do it. All right. So, give that a few moments, maybe 5 minutes because it's super wet. And I'll show you afterwards. Hopefully it works out. All right, we're back. Now, if you look at the patterns that you see here, most of the patterns are going upward. So, let's see what happens. I'm gonna do my best here. Hold the camera. And since I don't have a whole lot of room, I'll wipe that off. There you go. Like I said, I don't do this all the time, but there are little tricks that I have, and if I need to add more, I still got a cup full of mud. If it dries out on you, you just wet it. Not a big deal. And I did cut that one piece out that's up there. The tape's covering up for right now, but this is that was a bubble. So later on, I'll have to, after I get the ceiling painted, I'll do my little touch-ups. And my little bit of a magic. Okay, here's a quick update. All right, tape's up. Of course, you can see went ahead and caught the little corners. So when I peel this tape off, hopefully it'll look great. Got 2 coats on this wall this one here and here. And went ahead and just touched up all the paint through here. So this area is now painted out. Today's April 8th, 2024. The big eclipse is gonna happen. Well, maybe for our part. It's kind of veering off, so we might get that, what, 80% eclipse if we can see it through the clouds, because pretty windy out there. It was nice and sunny and clear skies this morning, but now it's starting to get cloudy. And, you know, well, we get to see it, we get to see it. All right, let me touch on what's been going on here, because I just spent the time, you know, Monday through Friday, just getting things touched up, cleaned up, and, you know, as far as painting is concerned. Plus, we took off to the carpet store. We had them show up Friday to give us a bid for the 3 bedrooms that we have carpet in. And we also called out our cabinet guys that, you know, took care of these here, to give us a quote on certain items in the other Jack and Jill bathrooms, and also the front half bath. So we're gonna kind of break all that down to see if we wanna reuse what we got, what we're gonna do. Because our initial plan was to use quartz, you know, for the tub area, for the new drop-in tub, and all the other bedrooms, you know, the Jack and Jill bathrooms, as well as the front bath. So, and have enough left over for the backsplash here. So, got about 5-6 grand. I think we're gonna change 5-6 grand just for the purchase. It's about about almost $4,500 for the jumbo slab. $4,500 just for that, and then to have somebody cut it and then we install it. You know, they'll cut it and polish it and all that. So probably gonna just see what we can do. Anyways, real quick, part of all the stuff I was doing is all the time-consuming stuff. You know, you're gonna paint a little bit here, a little bit there to get these edges the way I like it. And this is what I was talking about. Okay, got my edges where my white comes to my brown. I have a few spots here and there that got touched up, like right there. Same thing over here. Of course, I do got to come back and touch up the brown paint a little bit. Got a little bit of issue over there, here and there. Not a big deal. And painted this room over to that corner. I'm going to be working on all my base areas, because I have about 3 weeks of getting, well, let me finish this part here. So I went ahead and took care of all this edging. So this flat part here with the lights is completely done. The pitched area is not. I'm just kind of messing with it, but I took care of the flat area all the way around. I have a few little hiccups there, not a big deal, and make it go around that way. So you can see nice clean edges. And that's why it takes me longer, because for one, I'm older. I can't see worth a darn. I have to sometimes put 2 glasses on and get really close. And you can see how the spray, how my patch back here on this edge where the water would drip through the roof flashing, the roof low profile vent. Well, that turned out nice. I just kind of gave it a quick little, and you know, a little paint job there. I still have this part up here to paint. So basically this section here was painted. I just had you know, I had this nightstand, that area, that one's still there. So my focus now has changed because we have the carpet coming soon. The 1 bedroom, since we've been working on this closet, both bedrooms are just packed full of our clothes. And one of the bedrooms has carpet going into it that has our clothes and stuff. So we're doing 2 rooms at a time. And then once we get those 2 rooms done and everything put away, then we can tackle the last bedroom for the carpet guys. Well, I'm back. I guess the eclipse is starting now, and I did a little test run while I was taking a shower. Yeah, I'm taking a shower late in the day here. I've been working on the chicken stuff, everything else, and just wasn't feeling up to it. So I used to take a shower in the morning to wake up and get going. But I had also freeze dry stuff I was working on, everything else. So anyways, I took a small clip of the sun while I was in the shower to see if it was gonna be too blurry, too harsh, whatever. It actually turns out really nice. You got people out there staring at the sun, messing up their eyes, and just use your camera. You know, go like this. Put your hat on, let your bill go there, and just look at it that way. You know. Anyway, so I'm going to see if I can capture the eclipse, and I probably won't work on the house today because I really just don't feel like it. We'll see what happens. You know, it's Monday also. You know, we usually go out to eat, and I'd rather go work in the office. Sit on my butt, play on the computer. I don't play. I mean, I design stuff, websites and stuff like that, and go through a bunch of other, you know, look at other things. And also, editing. So, let me see what's going on here. Let's see. Tripod set up. Let's see if we can find it again. All right, there. All right, y'all. Looks like it's not going to be here for like another, maybe between 20 and 30 minutes. So, let's just go in here. I went inside to check the news or some live NASA reports. I found this one here. So right now it's at the Texas Junction. This is, let me squeeze by here. Just saw Russellville, Oklahoma. I mean, Russellville, Arkansas. And it was a good 3/4 of it, or 2/3 of it covered up. So let's see here. Let's see what it says. Yeah, there you go, Russellville. So I'm not sure, I think it's closing in. I'm not sure if it's moving away. It's gotta be closing in. So we have about another, let's see, 20 minutes. All right, well, if you look around here, it feels different, even though they got full sun, right? A little bit of clouds. I mean, this is nothing. It actually feels out there towards Russellville, towards Texas and all that, a tad bit darker. You know how when the clouds are far away and it's storming over there, but not storming here, but yet it just seems kind of dingy, even though the sun might be right above you, or around 5 o'clock, it just seems really dingy because it's just so dark and ominous over there. Well, that's the way it kind of feels right now. I have a weird feeling. Okay, sorry guys, I had to check something out. But watch this. They're saying animals freak out about things, right? They know something. I've been watching our chickens over here, and they're all just kind of like standing around. They're really not pecking too much. They're kind of going, what's going on here? You can see that it is getting darker over there. It does feel like a storm's coming in, and we do have a storm. It's westbound, and the path to totality is actually going from I'm gonna have to say southwest, that's southwest area, and cutting across. So if we get anything, we'll probably have a section of the sun, like right about down like this area here, that will not be completely covered by the moon. And then it's going, of course, behind us towards Illinois. And we live in the upper northeast corner of Oklahoma. We're an hour away from Missouri, Arkansas, and Kansas. All right, guys. Well, I see where I went wrong with, I got Dutch, keeping it Dutch on right now. They were, I forget where he said they were at. They weren't local, they went, oh, Catoosa. They were at Catoosa. Now, what he's doing, he actually put those glasses, turn it down a bit. He put those glasses over his camera. And it happened between, I'm gonna say 145 to 155, somewhere around there. That's the flashback. So the whole time I was videotaping it, it was actually happening, but you could barely see it because it was full strength sun and we weren't getting, we got a little bit of darkness, but not a whole lot. Hate these commercials. So let's see what he gets.
Trying to get it again for you guys. Let me see. Can you see? Oh, there it goes.
Once he gets it adjusted right, you can see it in his camera.
How come it's not showing it on here like it was earlier?
This is my first time watching, so I didn't rewind it or anything, so I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, let's see. Nope. He's having technical issues too.
Yeah, it's working good. It was working earlier.
Well, guess you had to have those special glasses. But he did show how it was starting to crest. And, like I was saying earlier, we'll probably get like 80% over in this area compared to the path of totality. So, it does look better though with when you put the glasses over the lens. But, you know what? Oh well. I didn't see it, got a little dark, like it was sun going down a little bit, but didn't black out like it did in Texas and stuff like that with, what's the name of the ministry I watch? Anyways, Discovery Ministries. And it is what it is, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you saw it. Today is April 9th. The day after the big eclipse. Yep. It's 8 in the morning. I gotta go take care of the chickens here. Good morning, guys, gals. There's Thru. Oh, that's Thru. Now, go ahead and open this up. Let me see what's going on here. We've got a rooster that torments our new little chicks. Sorry, girl. There he is. That's the one. It's pretty. Part Easter egg or part barred rock. Get them do their strut. It's that time of the morning. What's up, y'all? Look at that. Look at the blue feathers on her. Pretty. What's up, little ones? How you doing? You want to try it out here today? You want to go explore? We've got to pull down our incubator. Yeah, my wife wants to go ahead and do another run of chicks. We try not to buy them, but the problem that we have is that when we do our own, we get a lot of roosters. And we were trying to sell them, after they got about 4 or 5 months, get $4 or $5 out of them. But then after that, we go, it's too hard to set up Oh, I gotta go check on the freeze dryer. I got that running too. It's too hard to set up with people and all that. There's a guy that wants to come in from like Tulsa, which is 45 minutes away. He says, I'll be there today. And then he doesn't show up. So, oh yeah, something else happened. Whatever, you know. So I got a friend of mine at our local plumbing, electrical, and heating HVAC supply store. Just checking to see how much more time I have. We got oranges in there, pineapple, and I went ahead and made some stuffed jalapenos with cream cheese. They weren't hot at all. They were good. But anyways, getting back to the roosters, I just ended up giving them to him. He said, come get them out of here. And we have like 1 or 2 right now that we probably will call him to get that are full grown. And we'll go from there. So, you know, it helps him out. He makes chicken coops out of pallets and stuff like that. So, gives him a hand. My wife's got the dehydrator going. She wanted to do some oranges for my stepmom and my mom. Been in my life for 42 years now, something like that. Anyways, so I gotta pull down she likes dehydrated, but I'm gonna have her try the freeze dry too. I bet she'll like freeze dry better. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pull down the incubator, get that thing set up, take a shower, and get busy on all my painting. But first, I gotta feed the dogs. So I'll see you guys soon. Alrighty folks, well, I've done my little paint touch-ups and stuff that I need to do. And the areas I had issues with are along this wall, mostly that wall there. Now, you can't see those blemishes. So what happens, you take some tape, a little caulking, and voila. And then, because they look like, they did look like that in some cases. So, and remember that big old hole up there? Well, I glued that piece back on. I then took the Elmer's glue and a brush. I actually had to clean all this stuff out and put some water in there and thin it out, because I lost one bottle, so I had to throw that one away today and try to recover that one. So what I did is, to get it all cleaned up and thinned out, I just poured, I went up top, just up on top of there, laid it all out, and painted the wall where I needed the patch, and did the same thing on the piece that I took off. And you can barely see the lines right now. I'm waiting for it to dry. Let's see. Can't even see through here. There you go. Now you can see it right there. Right there. You can barely see the lines. So once it dries, then I'll go ahead and touch up the wall, let it dry for a couple of days so it cures. And then I'll put my tape across the top there and get that area and be all done. Alrighty, well, got everything all touched up nice and neat. White and brown coming together, using my little tiny paintbrush. Right here, the same one that I used for the glue, with that Gorilla Glue there, for up there. There's that patch. Now let's see if it disappears. I might need to add another coat over the cut line area. Got everything all nice and cleaned up, all the little white specks and everything off the walls. And right in that little corner there, I had a little, kind of like a corner blowout of the tape where paint got down inside of it. So look, it wasn't a drip mark, it just kind of spread it out in the corner. And I had to come at it this way and this way, and just kind of hold the brush and just kind of roll it flat and just wiggle it in there. There's guys out there that are a lot better than I am, but I'm just showing you what I do. Kind of a jack of all trades, master of a couple. I'm not gonna say none. I got some things under my belt that I'm pretty good at. It's just a lot of years at it, you know, really. Anyways, I'm showing you guys this here so you guys can go ahead and, you know, do it yourself. That way you guys can stand back or sit back in your chair, look up and go, yeah, I like that. I like what I did here. Be proud of yourselves, even though it was a pain in the butt to do it. You know, so appreciate you guys. I'm going to quit here because I got to get ready for the dentist and get on out. And I will see you later. God bless.